Good morning, you beautiful people. So Moremi and Shelly is bringing in compost from the compost heaps close to the pigs. My zombie juice is doing well. I see the ladies have been adding mint to it. I think it's overstocked. We need to lower it a little bit. Ideally you want the plant material to be below the water level and weigh it down, so it can ferment quickly and faster. The fermentation draws some of the nutrients from the plants. That gives the plants really a quick boost. Then Selena is overlooking Manette building the garden, and extra garden beds. We planted the previous ones, they didn't do well, so I said to her, before we plant again, let's add more compost and get the beds looking nice. So we use this thing as a spacer here, and then she does it that way. Tiver has been planted in one of the garden beds in a row. We'll see if we can grow them stronger, and then start planting them over the farm and then spreading them all over Namibia. Putting Moremi into the friendly forest today. Can't believe this. A while ago this was so that you cannot find any biomass, and now it looks like a forest that we can't walk through. I wanted to take some photos. We have a soap making course coming up, and the lady is quite an expert in vetiver as well, elephant grass. So I wanted to make some videos of the vetiver grass this morning for her, and I realized we don't have a proper walkway here. So we're gonna chop and drop this morning, or chop and feed to the horses and the pigs this morning. So this is how we begin. That machine is thanks to Aunt Lisa. It's been a real help for jobs like this all around the farm to get it going. Moremi is gonna be nice and sore this afternoon. It works your shoulders quite a bit. Nice to walk around the farm and see children being part of the farm life. So Inger, Yestanan and Wolfgang, I wanted to say thank you for the coffees that you bought me. The last week or two I felt like I make a little bit more inferior videos. I don't get to the township as often as I wanted. I wanted to spend 50% of my time there. I can't get there. Imse, they're almost at 100 miles now at the moment, and my days are so busy that I can't get around. And still you guys support me even with my inferior videos, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, just wanted to say thanks. So Ims and Gift are learning to work the meat saw today. My brother-in-law is laughing at me because I'm teaching them how to do it, and for lots of Namibians, working meat is almost a sacred activity. You really have to know what you're doing. I'm not so finicky, so I eat whatever I get. My wife often doesn't like the way I treat food, but because for her as well, working with meat is like a fine art, and for me I just push it through the saw and I put it in my stomach. I don't care that much. I've got my makeup on. See, I've been to church. Yeah. And behind me I've got Sam and Eleni.
Hello, hello.
And so Sam is a blacksmith from America.
Yeah.
Moving to Namibia.
Yes.
I'm very, very glad about that. And Eleni grew up in Namibia, I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm also getting to know them now, but we're gonna do some cool things.
Yes.
On the farm.
Yes, we are.
Lekker.
Yeah, something was found it. Oh yeah. Piece of track, huh?
Piece of,
Small
we
gauge.
use it as a hand compactor, but
It's a narrow gauge, like a mine track. Huh?
yeah, I don't know if that's too small for you.
Well, we can cut that off. It'd work. We could actually turn that into something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that over there. Watch out. All right.
Yeah, ideally, I'm sure you want a bigger piece of railroad track than that.
But I can also have that cut too, probably. I'll ask Mr.
Yeah, cut the top off and then use that for something.
I'll ask Mr. Vine Reburn.
Hi Fee, show me what we've got. So she brought us some coffee and cookies, so that's a moment of celebrating. On the side we've got some scrap metal, old clamp, old tractor pin, old piece of railroad track that was a hand compactor that we used at one stage, and in the fire we are burning an old car spring. Take all the paint and rubbish from it before we start forging it. Okay, so the spring has been burning for quite some time. As you can see, the fire is getting old. The spring was right in the middle there. I took it out a little bit to get some coals. And then
is that rag right there? Can I have that rag down there, please?
Donna is building a charcoal fire here.
Put this through this here to protect the bellows. Now go put it down there. There you go. And be careful not to lean on the pipe. That's don't lean. Nope.
Don't push too much on the pipe, Donna. So the pipe. Yeah, try that. Maybe take Mika, that shirt of mine that got torn, that I just put back in the washing machine. Bring that so we can put it over the steel, I think. Then Donna can push harder. So Benjamin had a crack at it. Now they lost interest. Johannes came to learn. Manette came to learn. And our first piece of metal is in the fire here. Heating it up.
Getting hotter.
Johannes took over from me. Exercising your chest muscles quite a bit, this little Bella. And so Johannes felt sorry for me and he said let me take over a little bit. So Manette says she also wants to try. Is it like a Manette? And so there you go. How cool is that? Very nice. Lekker Sunday here on the farm. So this morning we're doing chickies, and so our boxes arrived. We made the tent ready for them. Yeah man, you're doing it upside down. Mika, help her quickly there.
Ja, papa.
It's just one, yeah, no, it's the like that, yeah. There you go. Okay, make sure it's nice inside, doesn't leak, ne? There you go. Okay, put it on the wood. Shirley, place it on the wooden plank for me. There you go. While the other kids are bringing food, Mika's gonna put his food a beak in the water, Mika. There you go. Okay, leave him. 1, 2, like that. We'll count and see how many did we get. Quickly going to help the children with the food. Right, so that is 98 chickens. All happy in their new home. Gonna see how they enjoy this. So this just happened. Sheep are walking in the house camp because we thought they are very close to lambing. And so we've got a new baby. The white one? Oh, white baby. What is it, a male or a female? Male. A male. We've got too many males. Male. So we've got a black sheep in the family, now we've got a white sheep in the family. That's cool. Slowly, slowly. Okay, there you go. Hello, mama. Hello, mama. Then in this little forest, yeah, of invasive wood, we've got some shrooms that popped up. Now this is not edible. They look like the mayovas, but if you check underneath, they're brown. That brown means death. You die, not yesterday. To die, you die. The mayovas are white underneath, so that's how you know. And then obviously they grow on anthills, so that's the big difference between them and these. But some people do make the mistake, and it doesn't always have a happy ending. So I thought I'd give you a quick campfire story that happened to me over the weekend. I told the story to Beshi and he said, well, that's quite a story. So I thought I'd share it. It's got nothing to do with permaculture, but it's quite a happening in my life. So can't remember, I'm not sure if it was Friday or Saturday night. We were having a braai. We have a family that we have a meal with once a week. So that goat that was sacrificed that you saw earlier in the video, we were processing that and got that out and cooked that and fed the families, played some board games, and then at about 10 o'clock everybody went home. I got into bed, took a shower, got into bed, And just after 10 I got a call from this lady saying, "Hi, come and help me, my horse fell in the sewer." And so there was a cement slab over the sewer and the horse stood over it, and the slab gave in and it fell in the sewer. Big, like, 3 by or 2 by 6 kind of thing, 2 by 4 maybe. And I said to my wife, "You know what, I'm getting up now, I'm gonna play in other people's dung, and I'm not gonna, these people wouldn't give me the time of day. They really hate my guts. I have no idea why they called me, but this is me. I'm going." She said, "Okay, well, I really appreciate that you're going. Good luck. You need me?" I said, "No, I need you to sleep." And then as I was loading the ropes and so on, the kids asked if they can join. So I said, "Yeah, sure, come." They didn't have school the next day, so come and play, come be awake with me. And I've had horses in difficult situations, and most of them I could rescue, so I didn't think it was going to be as the way it turned out to be. Arrived there, and the wife called me. She said, "I'm going to town buying ropes. The petrol stations, we don't have any ropes." So, "Okay, you go, I'm driving there." She said, "But Kobus is there, go and help him." So I get there, start screaming, "Where are you? How can I help?" And he screamed there from the bushes, "I'm here, come and help me, come and help me." So I get there, and this is a horrible story, so maybe if you don't want to hear the whole story, but then turn off, switch off, because it's not nice, but it's just something that happened to me. And so I arrived there. The horse is struggling in the sewer. He is hanging over the sewer. There's about this much space. He's got this one dog by the head, almost by the ears, I would say. And he said, "Come help me rescue my dog." And so I get a rope around the dog's neck, yank him out of there, and so the dog is rescued. Now the horse is still struggling there. There's a dead dog lying there, and then he falls on the side of the sewer, and he starts crying, "My child is dead, my child is dead." I'm like shaking him, "What do you mean your child is dead?" He says, my dog is my child." And so this frustrates me already. I understand that people love dogs and animals and so on, but it's not your child. But anyway, he's drunk out of his mind. He's lying there crying. I'm trying to get something around this horse's neck so I can just keep his head above water. And his wife and children arrived. The ropes that they bought, they lost. I don't know how you managed to go and buy a rope and then come back and lose the rope. So as I was collecting the ropes, Johannes also came out. He's now staying on the plot, and he came with me, and so the kids are there. We're trying to rescue this horse. This guy is still lying there crying, and so it's dangerous where he's at. He's lying right on top of a piece of slab that's still over the sewer. The horse is struggling and kicking, and I got hurt and told my kids to stay away, and I'm scared he's going to get hurt, so I hit him with a rope. So I just get out of here so I can try and work. It doesn't help. He's crying over his child that is dead, and his real child, horse, is busy dying, and he's not helping at all. His child is in a state, the mother is in a state. I'm trying to do my best to manage the situation with what I've got, and in retrospect, there's so many things that you could change. There's so many people that I could have called, but you arrive there and it's go time. There's animals dying, and you don't think of everything that you could have done. And so he gets up and he starts walking away and then pushes my children out of the way. And so, I'm not an aggressive person at all, so I just get up and I tell him, "Listen, you don't touch my kids. Don't touch my kids." And just go sit there. And then he starts getting aggressive. He's been wanting to fight with me for many years. His wife said she also doesn't understand it. I've never done anything wrong to him. I've tried to make friends. I've tried to help them. I've tried my best. And his wife said she doesn't understand why he really doesn't like me, but he really doesn't like me. Anyway, he grabs me around my shirt, starts rolling it up to try and choke me. And now I have to decide. I've been training for this for at least a year. I know that I can end this quickly, or I think I can end this quickly. He's much bigger and stronger than me, but I know that I can, if his chin is wide open, if I just give him one on the chin, I'm probably going to take him down. But I've got a horse dying there, I've got some dogs dying, that's dead, children, and his child is now wanting to interfere with the story. So I tell her, just relax, lower my composure, to try not to seem too aggressive, just keep my head here, because his one arm is now still free and he's coming. I believe that if he comes, he's going to come for my face. So I have my arm here, talk to him, he's got me by the shirt, starts tearing my shirt. And the shirt that I said in the video that's torn, we can use for the bellows. Starts tearing my shirt from my neck. And now I have to decide whether I escalate the situation, whether I can de-escalate the situation, because in a situation like this, if you know it's going to end up in a fight, it's best to take the first shot. And so I have to really think about how I do this. So I say, listen, I know you're hurt, I know this is sad, let me rescue your horse, let me help your daughter, and I'm sorry for your loss, and you know, we can talk about this tomorrow. I know you don't like me, just allow me to help you. And anyway, eventually he lets go. Luckily I didn't have to take it into a fight. I spoke to many people, they all said they would have taken the swing. I'm very glad I didn't. Very glad I got a way of de-escalating it. And because he's in pain, you know, he's really in pain, and his child is, anyway, so we keep on trying to work with this horse. I realized we're not gonna get him out. I drive back home to get some boards to get under the horse, and got some of those bales, get that under the horse to see if the horse can't maybe step on that. And in retrospect, if I just went and I cut the pipes of the pump that we had at the swimming pool, I probably could have emptied the sewer. That's all. As I say, you know, hindsight is 20/20. There's so many things that I could have done to change this. Drive like a maniac to my farm, drive to like a maniac back to him, and try to get this boards under the horse so the horse can step on something to get out. And eventually the horse went into a panic, fell over, hit his head on the piece of concrete that's still over the sewer, fell over backwards, and I couldn't get the horse's head upright again, out of the water again, and so the horse drowned and the horse died. And that was quite a traumatic experience, because now the children have seen me in a physical conflict story, and we lost a dog all the time while we're trying to rescue this horse. There's a dead dog there, and Mika's got the light, and Donna's helping me with the ropes. So all of us are covered in human dung. Not sure what diseases we picked up, so we came home, we took showers and scrubbed, and you know, as much as we can to get everything off as good as we can. Jonita dosed us with some extra vitamins. And so that was the end of my story. That was the happenings. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day.